Hello, everybody. My name is Lonnie Edwards. And first, I want to thank you for this opportunity to be a part of Chapel Hill Elementary School's Career Day. I do count it an honor, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share some of the things that I do. Well, to be honest with you, by profession, I'm a school teacher. That's right. I teach health and physical education, and I've been teaching for 22 years. And I do enjoy teaching, but that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. I also do something else. And what I also do for pure enjoyment, actually, I do something called record and release music. That's right. I record and release songs, and they're all over the place. And so today I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about the process of kind of like what I do, in hopes that it may encourage some of you guys who may be interested in recording music. Okay. Now, let me start by saying this. I have a special connect to Chapel Hill Elementary because when I was in school, when I was a youngster, I actually went to Chapel Hill Elementary from kindergarten through the 7th grade. Back then, Chapel Hill Elementary was K through 7. So I actually went to Chapel Hill, so I got a special affection for Chapel Hill Elementary. But listen, so again, thank you for allowing me to come and participate in your career day, and let's have a little fun today. So first off, I want to talk to you about why I record and release songs. You know, I always like music. You know, ever since I was growing up, I used to like listening to music. Back in the day, we had tapes that we would listen to. Now everything is digital, but we'd have tapes, and I used to love just recording certain things and then playing them back, and just had a whole lot of good times as it relates to music. And so when I got a little older, I started saying, you know what, I like listening to music. And then I began to get the opportunity to start making music, recording and releasing music. So I really like doing it. It's fun. You know, I have a great time with all of the songs that I record. And also I like it because it helps to inspire and encourage other people. Music is real unique. You can really break different barriers and cross over on different lines. And you can inspire so many people and encourage so many people. And so those are some of the reasons why I like music, and some of the reasons why I record and release music. Now, I'm going to talk to you about what is my 4-step process in recording and releasing music. You know, everybody kind of got their own little flow, but for me, I have 4-step process, okay? And the first process, well, let me tell you what those processes are, those 4 processes. The first one is the writing process. The next one is the recording process. The next one is the post-recording process, and I'll talk to you about that. And then the last one is the releasing process. So those are the 4-step processes for me as it relates to recording and releasing music. And I got a surprise for y'all at the end, so please make sure you stay tuned. So listen up. First, let's talk about the writing process. Now, here's how I write. Okay, here's how I write a song. Okay, first thing I do is I get a topic. Whatever the topic is, I get a topic. And once I get the topic, then after that, I will get a beat, or we call it a track. Now, things are a whole lot different now than they used to be when I was growing up. You know, right now you can go on the internet, you can go on YouTube. They have different apps where you can actually go find different beats. Some of them are free, and then some of them you pay a small fee for. But once I get an idea of, you know, the topic that I want to write about, then I go try to find a track or a beat that kind of gives me the energy that will go along with that topic. If I'm writing something that's real hype and energetic, well, I want to find a real hype and energetic beat to go with it. But if I'm writing something a little more subtle, or something that I may want to make sure that the message is being heard real clear, then I may get a beat or a track that's not as energetic, so that people don't get so lost in the beat. Now, when I'm writing the song, I use a couple of things that help me out a lot. First thing I get me a dictionary. That's right. See, you know, using dictionary goes beyond just school. I use a dictionary when I'm writing because I want to make sure that what I'm saying, it lines up with what I'm trying to say. And sometimes I got to look up to get the meaning of words. So I'll get a dictionary. I have a thesaurus, you know, other words that kind of I can use this word here, but I don't want to use the same word all the time. So I get this word that'll mean the same thing as this word and put it there. It got it. And the last thing I use a rhyme dictionary. That's every songwriter's, or at least let me say, that's every rapper's secret. Oh, and let me tell you the type of music that I do rap. I didn't tell y'all that, but you'll hear it in a minute. So again, I use a dictionary, I use a thesaurus, and I use a rhyme dictionary. Rhyme dictionary lets you know, certain words that rhyme, or certain words that are close enough to rhyme, so that you can still use it and package it in your lyrics. And so those are some of the resources that I use when I'm sitting down to write a song. Look, so then once I do that, so once I got my topic, once I got my track, once I got my dictionary, my thesaurus, and my rhyme dictionary, then my next process in writing is I'll either construct the hook or the chorus, or I'll start with the verse. Now the hook. The hook is, or the chorus, that's kind of like the part that musicians want you to remember. The chant of the song, the chorus of the song, the part that they say over and over again. So the hook or the chorus, sometimes I'll write that first, or sometimes I'll, if I already got on my mind what I want to say, then sometimes I'll start on the verses. A lot of times when you're writing rap music, back in the day when I was growing up, you had 3/16s, meaning 3 verses composed of 16 lines, right? Nowadays, it's a little different. Sometimes we'll just do 2 verses of 16 lines, and then we'll have a hook or a chorus at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. And if you have a little bridge where you can kind of say certain things, you may throw that in there too. But that's what I do. I'll either start with a chorus and build around the chorus, or if the lyrics is just coming out, I'll go ahead on and write the lyrics or the verses, and then I'll write a chorus based upon the lyrics. Some choruses are very, very intense, and some of them are basic little chants. And I'm gonna give you a little example of some of the things that I've done for some areas that you may be very familiar with. Then at the end of my writing process, I then practice and I edit. I practice, I go over it again just to make sure it's saying what I want it to say. I'll edit maybe this word. If I say this word, it may cause me to be offbeat. So I'll take that word out and go to my thesaurus and find another word that means the same thing, but that can still be used so that I don't get off tempo. That's my writing process. For me, that's process number 1. That process a lot of times takes no more than about maybe 3 or 4 days at the most. Then the next part of my process when I'm recording music would be the recording process. Now, this is the part that a lot of people get excited about. I get to go to the studio. Okay, and I understand that. But let me tell you, things have changed. Gone are the days where you have to legitimately go to a big studio. Now, to be fair, some of your big stars, your big recording artists, they still travel to the studio. But here's what they have that people don't know. Most of them still have and do have an in-home studio. Maybe it's in their closet. There's a group that used to be out a long time ago called Outkast, and they used to record a lot of their pre-production stuff before they get to the big studio. They record it in the area in their home. Actually, from what I understand, it may have been done. They may set up like one of their old bathrooms, shower areas, and they would have a little small spot where they can record. And then once they get that information done, they'll send it off to the big studio, right? But so nowadays, we can actually record in our own home. Yeah. And I'm going to show you some things that's a part of what I would call my little in-home pre-production studio. So I'm going to give you a little secret. So pay close attention, all right? First, I'm going to show you what's called the chaotic cabal. The what? The chaotic cabal. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can turn this without messing it up. So this is my little recording booth. You say, oh, I thought it took a whole lot. No, it doesn't, right? This right here is my chaotic cabal right here. It's kind of like, imagine if you had like a big sponge ball. And the purpose of this chaotic cabal is I put my microphone, this is my microphone right here. Okay, so I put the microphone inside of the chaotic ball. And what the chaotic ball does is it makes it where whatever I say inside of it, going to my microphone, it kills all of the outside noise. Now that's very important because when you're recording, you don't want to pick up any outside noise. A car driving down the street, somebody clapping their hands in the next room, the TV playing. You need to muffle out and put all that outside noise out so you can get a nice, crisp, clean vocal sound, right? So the chaotic ball kind of surrounds my microphone. It's made out of foam. It surrounds my microphone and it has a little screen in front where I speak into. I'll talk to you about what this is in a minute. But the blue part is a little screen that I speak into, and that's where the microphone picks up my voice. This foam part protects any outside noise trying to come in while I'm actually recording my voice. Now, what you see right here, this is called a pop screen. A pop screen. Now, what's a pop screen? Now, for me, a pop screen is very important. Now, the chaotic ball comes with a pop screen, but then I also have an extra pop screen. Why? Because the way I speak, I pronounce all my T's and all my P's. And so if I don't have this pop screen in the song, you'll hear a whole lot of that. So I have two pop screens, especially if I'm getting kind of excited on the song. Then this keeps me from distorting, and it keeps all the P's and T's from being overly pronounced, giving off a bad recording. Okay. Now you'll say, what is this right here? This is actually like soundproof foam. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't need this anymore. I had this before I had the chaotic ball. What this does, this also, let me see if I can turn around a little bit. So it's a little booth where I go in and say like here, this kills all the sound. So when I am recording, it doesn't pick up any extra sound waves coming from anywhere else, which again gives me a very, very clear and clean sound. When you're recording, you want to have a very clear and clean sound so that when you're getting ready to release it, people understand what you're saying on the song. Right? Yeah. Okay. So check it. So that's the recording booth side of it all. And check it. All I need with this is a microphone. Okay. I have a Rode microphone, RODE, a microphone. Okay. The chaotic ball, a pop screen. Then for extra insulation, I have these soundproof barriers around. But again, that's not necessary, not that all that necessary because I have the chaotic ball. All right. Chaotic ball costs a nice piece of money, but it's worth every cent. All right. Now, after that, so this is what I use to record or to say my lyrics in. But now, what do you use to record what you're saying? I'm glad you asked. Watch over here. So over here, I have my laptop. And on the laptop, it has something called a DAW, and that stands for DAW. DAW. DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation. So DAW or DAW, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation. And what that is, that's just basically a program that you have on your computer or your laptop, which allows you to record. It's a musical program, which allows you to record your music, put your track or your beat in, and it records or holds your lyrics. Okay. So the DAW is very important. Every single person that makes music, every musician has some type of DAW. I use something called Logic, but they have Cubase. They have a whole lot of different types. I think even on some phones, they have something called GarageBand. But again, I use Logic, which is my DAW, my DAW, or my Digital Audio Workstation. Now, let's move on. What else do I have? Because if you notice, it doesn't take a whole lot to record and release music. What else do I have in here? Well, you got to have your headphones. So when you are recording, you're listening to the music through here and you're saying your lyrics in there. Okay? So you got to have you some headphones. Okay? Some good headphones. And these are good. These are Sony. These are top of the line. All right. Moving forward, I have something called my interface. Now, I'm going to see if I can show this to you because I don't want to mess this up. But you can't really see it. But my interface, it's a small little box, okay? About this big, this wide. Let me see if I can tilt it down a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. But that's my interface. Let me see if I can pull it out a little bit. Anyway, that's it. So that's my interface. And what that does, an interface, it basically is the connect between my microphone and my DAW, or my digital audio workstation. So whatever I say in here, the interface says, okay, I'll take what you're saying and I'm going to send it to the laptop. Okay, without that, I could just be saying it, but my lyrics would never be recorded in the laptop. So that interface is very important. Okay, so check it out. With all that being said, there's just some basic things. Obviously, I have a mic stand. That's what I put my microphone on. And then finally, I do a little extra soundproof in here. I might put a little shirt there. I might put a little blanket there just to give me a little bit more. If you look back here on my wall, this black thing, this is I have two different kind of like elevator pads just to kill all of the sound. Because again, when you're recording, you don't want any outside sound messing up your recording. You don't want to hear a dog barking woo, 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 while you are recording your lyrics, and then when you play it back, in the background, you hear an animal making noise. You don't want that. So you want to deaden or kill out as much sound as possible. And yeah, I kind of overdid it. Again, I have this on my wall covering my window. I have this foam covering, and then I have the Chaotica. And that with the Chaotica ball. And that way I do the best I can to make sure. Oh, there it is right there. Y'all see the interface? There it is right there on this little shelf. That's my interface right there. Okay. And that way we can make sure that we can get rid of as much sound as possible. Now, so we looked at the writing process. We looked at the recording process, what we need to record. Now check this out, folks. Now we're going to talk about the post-recording process. So after I've recorded my lyrics, okay, because I got my track is in my DAW. I record my lyrics because I've already written them and I've learned them. So now what I do is I will say them, or once I've said it and recorded it, I'll then send it off to, I have an engineer, okay, a personal engineer, and what he does, he mixes and masters my music. Now, what does that mean? Mixes mean he makes sure that the levels sound right. So I'm not too loud and the beat is too soft. Or the beat is too loud and then you can't hear my words. You ever heard a song and all you hear is boom, 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 but you don't really hear anything they're saying? That's a bad mix. Okay. Or you ever heard a song where you hear everything they're saying, but you can barely hear the music. The music is real, real soft. That's a bad mix. So that job is very important. And that's something that at my home, all I do is record. But then I send off to my engineer and he does the actual mixing and mastering. Mastering means make sure all the levels are perfect and ready to be heard, in whether it's on TV, whether it's on radio, wherever it is, whether it's on YouTube, whatever it is. But it has to be mastered. Mastered means so it's made right. It's all tight. It's kind of like tying a bow on top of the whole box. You know, that's what mastering does. All right. Mixing is important. You got to make sure them levels are right. You don't want something too high and something too low. And then when you master that, you put it all together and then it's ready to go out into the world. That's right. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something about mixing and mastering. That is a very, very important job when you're dealing with recording. You could have a great recording session, meaning I could say everything right and it feel good. But if I send it off and it gets mixed and mastered wrong, then it is a catastrophe. And listen, y'all, that has happened to me before. I've sent off a song, it just didn't sound right. I thought I did everything I was supposed to do while recording, but then the mix and master, it just was like, terrible. So I had to kind of go redo a whole lot of stuff. So that mixing and that mastering is important. So watch this now. You have the writing process, you have the recording process, you have that post-recording process when you send it off to mixer and mastering. And then here goes the beautiful part. Watch this. Then you are ready to give it to the world, the release process. So now for me, it's a 4-step process. All right, when I'm releasing a song, I write it, I record it, I send it to be mixed and mastered, and then I release it. Now, this release part is fun, okay? Because this release part, you finally get a chance to put all this effort that you have put into this, you get a chance to put it out into the world. That's right. You put it out into the world. So here's what has happened, which is really, really good. Back in the day, you know, if you wanted to release some music, you had to be a part of some record label. You had to be signed with someone and you had to kind of sign contracts and all that. Not anymore. Now, that still takes place. You still have record labels, but nowadays you don't have to have a record label or be a part of a record label. You can be an independent artist. And I'm an independent artist, which means that I don't have a label that I have to say, hey, can y'all put this out? Now, again, let's be fair. If you do have a record label, they can kind of push your stuff off out there a little better because they have the money and the resources to market your stuff. But that doesn't keep, if you don't have a record label or if you're not a part of a record label, that doesn't keep you from releasing good music. And again, what I tell you from the beginning, I like releasing and recording music because I just enjoy it. I like to inspire and encourage other people. So I don't necessarily need a record label to help me do this. However, if there's one out there, we can talk. Nevertheless, so here's when we're looking at the release process. Here's what we're looking at. Number one, you got to have a cover art. And what is a cover art? A CD cover. So I know many of you guys are familiar with things that may be on iTunes or Spotify or Apple Music. And what that little picture that you see with the artist and their song title, that little picture, that's called cover art. And you cannot release a song or an album without cover art. You have to have it. And on that cover art, you have to have the name of the song and you have to have your name. Now, whatever else you put on there, you can put your picture, you can put a graphic, you can put other stuff on there, but it has to have your name and it has to have the name of the song on there, right? So you have to have cover art to release a song. Also, to release a song, you have to be able to be connected with some not necessarily organization, but some distribution company that can help it get out there. So again, if you are part of a record label, then with a record label, they are already tied in with distribution and they can distribute your music as quick as possible. But if you are not part of a record label, if you are independent, if you are indie like me, independent artist, then there are certain areas and certain distribution companies that you can work with. You have some called DistroKid. That's who I use. They distribute my music all over the world. You also have a company called CD Baby. You have a company called TuneCore. So you have and there's some other companies as well. But those are your three big companies for independent artists, which are artists who are not a part of a record label. And again, I use DistroKid. And DistroKid sends my music all over the world. Anywhere you can digitally purchase music, whether that's iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, you name them, anywhere that you can send music or you can receive music, DistroKid sends it out for me. And that's really good. That's a really good service. The prices is very, 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 very small in order for them to do that. And it gets all over the world. I've had people as far as Jamaica and people as far as China and people as far as, you just name it, all over the world. They hear my music. They've responded to some of my songs. And it's been very, very encouraging because you get a chance to inspire people, not only in this area, not only in our country, but I get a chance to inspire and encourage people all around the world. And that's really, really cool. So yeah, I like that. So when you look at the four steps to the process for me, my four processes in order to get the information or get music out. Again, my writing process, my recording process, my post-recording process, okay, which is mixing and mastering, and my release process. Okay, and you can always schedule with these independent distribution companies. You can schedule what day you want it to be released. And it's real exciting knowing that, okay, you know what, on this particular day, my CD is going to drop. It's going to be all over here, all over there. And it's very, very fun. They even put it on YouTube for you. So it's really, really exciting. Now, I got two last treats for you. Okay, watch this. This first treat, I am going to play for you. I am going to play for you 4 songs, all right? 4 songs. And one song, all 4 songs I've done for schools, okay? Or, yeah, all 4 songs I've done for schools. Then the last one, I got some for y'all. So listen close. So this first song I'm going to play, this is a song that I recorded and released back in 2017. I told you I went to Chapel Hill Elementary from K through 7th grade. And back in those days when I was in school, there was no Chapel Hill Middle School. So I had to go straight from elementary, Chapel Hill Elementary, and then my 8th grade, I went straight to Southwest DeKalb, right? So I went from K through 7 at Chapel Hill Elementary, then 8 through 12, I went to Southwest DeKalb. So I'm a Southwest DeKalb alumni. What I did in 2017, I did a song for the alumni, and it was pretty good. We actually made a music video for it and everything. I'm gonna let y'all hear just a few seconds of it. Ready? Listen up. Okay, hold on one second. Gotta cut it. Gotta cut it out here. All right, ready? So this is Southwest.
We rock the blue and the gold. All the east to the west, Southwest is the best. Say it. Who are we? Time it is gone. Pound the pride we will never hide. Shout it from your chest. Say it. Who are we? Like Southwest. From the east to the west,
All right, so listen, that's the song I did back in 2017, and it was for Southwest DeKalb's homecoming. That's right. We had a big homecoming because Southwest DeKalb is it's a really big school. Matter of fact, your elementary school, you feed right into to Southwest DeKalb. So chances are, if you stay in the same cluster, you will at some point go to Southwest DeKalb High School. Okay? And yeah, there was a song made in honor that me and another former alumni, me and another alumni from Southwest, we made and put it out. It was pretty successful. Then I did another song. Now watch this. In 2017 as well, I did a song for all of education. A couple of school systems actually used it for their theme song for the year. But here's something that's very interesting. Watch the connect. Chapel Hill Middle School used this song as the theme song for their year for 2017, meaning they would play it every morning for their morning announcements. Now let me see if I can pull that song up. It's called We Are, and it encourages students to be successful, letting them know about how important education is. So listen, this was the theme song for Chapel Hill Middle School back in 2017. Listen out.
Those who prepare today, say it.
We are the future.
Yeah.
We can do anything.
Hey, work hard, put your all into it. Be strong and press on. I know you all can do it. Come on.
We're gonna make it.
That's right.
We're gonna reach
You can do it. You will succeed. You achieve because you believe education is the key. What you want to be when you grow up, a lawyer, a dentist, perhaps an actor, or maybe a chiropractor.
All right, that's cool. That's enough. Yeah, that was jamming. Again, a lot of school systems in Georgia use that for their thing. One school down in South Georgia actually used that as their school system song for that year. And again, Chapel Hill Middle School used it as their theme song for 2017. It was considered their morning song. Every morning they played it on their intercom. Then people, I told you at the beginning, I am a health and PE teacher. I've been teaching for 22 years. So I actually work at a school called, okay, don't say anything about it, but I work at a school called Columbia Middle School. And in 2000, now I know that's the rival. Now let's be fair. From 1998 to 2014, I actually taught at Chapel Hill Middle School. I did. But, over time, I made my way, and now I teach at Columbia Middle School. Don't hold that against me. I still like the blue and gold. But anyway, so when I was at Columbia Middle School, I actually recorded a song for our school in 2018. And it was called CMS is the Best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you hear just a little bit of that. That's a little bit more up to date.
Yeah, Eagles rise. We are the great need. I say great.
That was it's real loud, y'all. So let me... All right, here we go. So this is part of listen up.
6th grade teacher, 7th grade teacher, for my 8th grade teachers, counselors and cafeteria staff, administrative assistants and parapros, custodians of special education, PE and connection. Hey, that's right.
So y'all can only imagine how that song went. Boy, kids was going crazy, and they really liked that song. It was a very, very, very energetic song, as you could tell. So yeah, I recorded that song here. And then last year, I have an older daughter, then I have a daughter in high school, and she attends Rockdale High School in Rockdale County. And so her team, her basketball, she plays basketball there, and they actually won the region for the first time in like 20-something years. It was she plays basketball, varsity basketball. So it was a big thing that they did because they won the region. First time winning the region in 20-something years. Interesting thing, they won it again this year. But I didn't make them a song this year. But I did make them a song last year. And so, and they played this song in their gym before their games now. So, it's kind of exciting. So let me let you hear just a little bit of, it's called We Are Rockdale. We Are Rockdale. So listen up. And it's kind of exciting, y'all. It gets you hype a little bit. So here we go. Listen up.
Let's go.
That's pretty hot. They was loving it. They got the marching band in it. All right, that's enough of that. So check it out. So again, I mean that we had a marching band in it. It was real. It's kind of like a pep rally song. So it was real hype. And I didn't tell you the name of the song. So let me tell you. So the one I did for Southwest DeKalb, that was called "Who Are We." The one I did, the education song that they played at Chapel Hill Middle School, that was called "We Are." The one that I did for Columbia Middle School was called CMS is the Best. And then the one I did for my daughter up at Rockdale is called We Are Rockdale. And the thing is, that last song, We Are Rockdale, my daughter, she's actually on that song. So it was kind of cool. So now, folks, that's the information as it relates to not only what I do professionally, which is a teacher, but also what I enjoy doing alongside doing that, which is making music, releasing or recording and releasing music. Now, I got a very special surprise for y'all. What is it? What is it? What is it? I know. Listen, I'm going to invite somebody on with me right now, and we're going to make a very, very, very small song. You're going to actually get a chance to see the process. Yes, right. You're going to see the process of how we record music. And then I'm going to let you hear it. All right. Now, the beautiful thing about recording is even if you mess up, you can always go back and fix it, clean it up, do it over. So you don't have to be perfect. Okay. But what you should do is what I said from the beginning. If it's something that you're ever interested in, you got to remember that you got to have fun. You got to have fun. Again, you get what you need. You get all the equipment. You do what you're supposed to do. You learn about it. This was learning how to do this DAW, digital audio workstation. It wasn't something I said, well, I'm just going to do it. Let's try it. It took me some time to learn how to do it. But kids, remember this. Anything that's worth having, it does take time. But if you enjoy it and if you give it your all, you can be successful. So again, I'm about to invite somebody right quick. And I'm going to let you see this person. I'm gonna invite him to the camera. You're gonna see us make a quick song. I will play it for you. You'll listen to it, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so again, I really appreciate you. Let's invite him to the front. Let's go. Get ready to come on, man. Let's go. Guess who I have right here? I have Lonnie Edwards. What grade you in, Lonnie?
Fourth.
Fourth grade. All right. What school you go to?
Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill Elementary. That's right. Lonnie's my son. This is my son. All right. And so what Lonnie's about to do, he's about to record a song. And you're about to kind of see the process, okay? You're going to see the process of how to record a song. We're just going to record the hook or the chorus part I talked to you about, okay? So everybody get ready. We're going to have a good experience. The great thing about recording it is even if you mess up, you can just start it over. You can erase, delete, go back and do it over and over again. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people who you see make songs and music, they don't get it right the first time. They do it over and over and over sometimes, okay? So there's nothing wrong with messing up, but you got to have fun, all right? Got to have fun with it, okay? So here we go, folks. He's about to record a song. You're about to see the process of him recording a song. So let's check this out, okay? All right, man, put your headphones on. Good. All right. And when you're recording, you don't have to scream. You don't have to yell in it because the software is to the point where, let me move this just a little bit. There we go. The software is to the point where you don't have to scream loud. It can pick it up to whatever volume you want it to pick it up in. Okay. So his job, his task, and I'm going to put it more so on him than myself. His task is to make sure that he stays in front of this microphone when he's recording. If he bobbing his head and doing all that, he won't get a bad sound. So he has to stay in front of this microphone so he can get a good sound, okay? Now, what you won't hear the music. You'll hear him recording. But once it's said and done or once it's all over, then we'll play it and let you hear what he did, okay? So look at the process. All right, ready, set. I'm going to give you some little lead up and you'll know when to come in. Ready, set. All right, he was supposed to come in right there. He didn't come in. So we just go right back. Okay. And we do it over, okay? Ready?
Okay.
Set. Here's the lead up. Ready? Go.
None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real.
All right, so that's a little song he wrote. Now watch this. Now, I need him to give me just a little bit more volume, though. I need some, none can, even though you still, it doesn't mean that you can't have some energy. So none can deal with Chapel Hill because Panthers always keep it real. That's what he wrote, right? Nice little jam. So I want you to give me a little bit more volume. Now we did that on one track. Now one track means that, let me slide this over. One track means we did it on one particular area. Now we're going to double that, or we're going to stack it, which means he's going to say the same thing the same way. Hopefully he'll give me a little bit more energy. The same thing, and it's going to sound full, okay? When you want it thin, you maybe say it one time, but on hooks or choruses, you want them to sound full, so you say it twice, and on my songs, I even do it 3 times because I like them to be hype. So check this out. He's going to do it again. We're going to go back to the same spot, and he's going to say the same thing over, but I need just a little bit more energy, okay?
Okay.
All right, check this out, y'all. So here we go. All right? So all we do, ready, same place, and when you get to that spot, you go.
None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real.
All right, cool. Now, check this out, y'all. Now, that was actually better than the first time because he had a little bit more volume. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to get rid of the track, or when he did it the first time, we're going to get rid of that first one. Now that he done got used to it, and we're going to allow him to do it again just like that to replace the first time, because the second time was good. So we're going to do it again so he can replace the first time, all right? So we're going to delete it, and then he's going to do that over, okay? We have 2 strong vocals on this hook, okay? So here we go. Ready? We're going to get rid of this up here, and you're going to do it over on this right here.
Okay.
Okay, we'll delete that. All right, now this one I need you to give me some energy. Keep yourself still. No, I can't get. Get ready?
Mm-hmm.
Set. Go. Oh, let me hear it.
None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill cause Panthers always keep it real.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Now, so we got 2 tracks that are saying the hook. Okay. Now we're gonna add some chants, some hey, 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 add some excitement to it, make it amped up. Okay, you ready? You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go to another track. Okay, so we can make this extra vocal, some more vocals. All right, ready?
Will it be at like the?
Say it wherever you want to say it. Say it wherever you want to say it. All right, ready? When the hook starts.
Hey! 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 Hey!
All right, good. Actually, that's called ad fill-ins. So what he did, he just filled in certain spots where he wanted to say something. And that was good. That was excellent, excellent, excellent. Do you want to say anything else on this? You want to make any other sound, say any other words? Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him one more track. And this track is going to provide him an opportunity to say whatever he want to say. We call that ad libs. If he want to say, yeah, come on, let's go. Whatever he wants to say. Okay, so again, he has the 2 tracks where he was saying, none can deal with Chapel Hill because Panthers always keep it real. And then he had this track where he was saying, hey. So, hey. Now he's going to have an ad-lib track where he can just say whatever he wants to say, okay? Whatever you want to say, it doesn't matter, okay? All right, you say Panthers, you can say let's go, whatever you want to say, okay? All right, so here we go, last track. So the hook is going to have, or the chorus is going to have 4 total tracks, okay, for his particular song, all right? So here we go. Last one. Ready, set.
What you say? Can't hear you. Keep going. Let's go.
All right, cool. So now check this out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of put this stuff together, and then I'm going to let you hear his work. All right, I'm going to let you hear it. All right, y'all ready? All right, hold tight. All right, so check this out. So now he just finished recording. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it, which means I'm gonna kind of clean it up. Any background noise that didn't need to be there, any talking before he really came in, I'm gonna kind of cut that off and edit it to make sure it's nice and clean. And then I'm going to play this for y'all. Now I did add a little something at the end. We made that hook full. So I added one little extra track. So it's going to be a nice surprise for you. Be on the lookout. Here it comes. Give us a few seconds, all right? Here it goes. Check it out. He just finished recording his song. What's the name of your song? What's the name of the call?
Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill. We Are the Panthers. None can deal. I don't know. Whatever he wants to call the song. But anyway, he just finished recording a song. Okay. It's about Chapel Hill. And here's the thing. You are about to hear the finished product. All right. So what we did, he recorded it. Again, he recorded it a couple of times using the hook. He did it twice. He stacked. That's called stacking. So he stacked it. Then he added some ad libs. He added a couple of chants. I threw like a bass line track on it as well to kind of fill it out. And you about to hear it. This beat is banging. This song is good, man. Good job, son. Y'all ready to hear this? All right, check this out. Here we go. Ready? And go. Check it out.
None can deal with Chapel Hill, 'cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill, 'cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill, 'cause Panthers always keep it real. None can deal with Chapel Hill, 'cause Panthers always keep it real.
Yeah. So check that out, folks. He did that in about 5 minutes? He'd make that little song in about 5 minutes. And that's how easy it is when you are writing and recording music. Again, if you stay with the process and you try to learn it and take time and getting it together, you can have a whole lot of fun. You can really enjoy it. And then hopefully it can inspire and it can encourage some people. We are the Panthers. It's a good song, man. Maybe I'll hear that on the radio. I don't know. But anyway, listen, thank you for this opportunity to be a part of your program. And I hope you enjoyed learning just a little bit about our process, my process of writing, recording, and releasing music. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.